Natural changes are all around, and the mysteries of the unknown.
We're making a Doppelbock, which is a really awesome malty southern German lager. It's kind of like a dark amber to dark beer. John likes them a little darker, so we added a little bit of Carafa to our grain bill to make it work. But it's mostly Munich, a little bit of Pilsner, and I think a little bit of Cara Munich to just give it a little bit of sweetness. We do our normal German step mash, so we mash in at 131 to 133, then step it up to 149, I think, for about a half an hour, and then up to 158 for another half an hour-ish before we mash out. And that way we're sort of hitting right in the middle of our beta and alpha amylase, like our ideal ranges, to get better final profile out of the beer.
This style is actually a case where, like, the BJCP like guidelines for it, the alcohol is a % higher than any German example I could even find. They're only looking at American.
Yeah, they're not. Well, for the style guidelines, but not for the actual.
Yeah, which is weird. It was just, the whole thing was weird. I was like, okay, well, I'm definitely not making a 9% Doppelbock. And I don't know what this yeast will do, like whether it's higher or lower attenuated, but I think it's lower than most yeast. Still, we have the perfect yeast. Like 2 or 3 of the natural ordering recipes use this yeast. Let's start that timer!
We do a 2-hour boil for this beer to give it a little bit more sort of like melanoid and like sweet character, like a little bit more body and color.
I think it was Celebrator, which was like named by the monks because they would drink only Doppelbock during Lent. And the crazy story is like that these monks were like really good at making Doppelbock back in the day, and they felt like they were kind of sinning because they fucking loved Lent when they would only drink Doppelbock. And so they sent a keg to the Pope to get the Pope's blessing to like drink this beer that's like amazing. And it had to be shipped, you know, from Bavaria to, in like a wooden cask to Rome, and by the time it got to the Pope, like, it tasted like shit. And the Pope's like, well, if they're willing to drink this for 40 days, like, go for it. Oh. So they got the Pope's blessing.
Good for them. A Pope-blessed beer.
Yeah, that's the story I read about it. But yeah, it's all the tours. There's a bunch of different ones.
Let's pour it.
This one is lower. It's only 6.7%, you know? Like, I think a lot of them people make too high in alcohol.
I can't remember whether they're bottle conditioned or not. I think they are. Wow.
If you look at it right at the side, it's like this deep, deep ruby. I mean, it makes sense. Like, it's super malty and like pretty sweet. It's kind of not even really German.
It loses a lot of its character when it's too cold.
Yeah. It's like these deep sherry notes, you know? That's why I like it so much. It's like just a cleaner, I like that kind of version of that dark alcohol amber like fireside beer.
I like that it's just all malt though. It's like there's not much of the not much of the yeast character.
No, it's clean. It's very fruity. I mean, it's a little fruity. I think the Eyinger strain is like better suited towards maltier kind of.
I will say, I mean, we brewed American with it, so that makes kind of sense.
Yeah. That's why I love like Eyinger Oktoberfest and Eyinger Celebrator. It's like they're maltier beers do better with the yeast profile. This tastes good.
We're pitching an entire cake of yeast from our Märzen that we brewed. which is the Ondex yeast, or no, it's Iyengar yeast. So I think it's White Labs 833. We're really excited to use that yeast too. We haven't even tasted it in our finished Märzen yet, but I love the multi-lagers of Iyengar, and so hopefully it lends that sort of like round, sweet malt character that we like in those beers. Hopefully it will be really nice in the fall and winter, something that you kind of pour into a snifter and like really can dig into over an hour or so.
We're carbs. We're carbs. We're. Yeah! Look at all that foam!